but this class is not for automation. Just try to understand what are the things we are going to cover today. Actually, just I'm going to discuss what are the things we are going to cover and what will be our speed and what will be the modules, which one will we cover into the entire syllabus, right? So first of all, before going to start the automation, my first question is why the automation is needed? Why we are thinking for the automation, guys? Why the automation is needed, guys?
To reduce the manual work.
To reduce the
manual work.
Okay. Manual work. And what is the another benefit?
Reduce errors.
Sorry?
Reduced errors.
Reduce the error. Okay.
Programming 100 devices instead of one by one.
Okay.
So we
That
can
means
reduce the
we can
cost and time.
cost to reduce the cost. How to be reduce the cost? To reduce the manpower. Once the manpower will
Yeah.
reduce,
Right.
obviously the cost will reduce. Okay.
Plus we can save
What
the
is-
time.
Yeah. What is the another benefit? First, guys, before going to write any automation script, first we have to think like a programmer. We have to think before going to write the script to automation script. Okay, we have to think how the software is working. Doesn't matter whatever the software, which software you are using for which purpose, but we have to think like that. What is the purpose of software and what is the logic to build the software? If you are able to understand what is the purpose of the software, means how we can build a small software, that logic only. I'm not telling you guys you need to build a software. I'm just telling you, if you will get the concept, what are the process to build a software, to build an application, then you will be able to understand what is the purpose of the automation. You are getting my point? So
Yes.
first we
Yes.
have to build in ourselves what the programmer are doing, that we need to understand. Got it? What are the programmer doing? So first I'm not going to teach you the network automation. That if once you will be able to write the script, then that is very basic thing for Python automation or network automation is not a big deal. It's a very easy concept. First you have to build your own self as a programmer. Okay. But I'm not telling you complete programming knowledge. You should have the idea about the complete programming knowledge. Basic programming, you should have the idea. And the theoretically, you have to knowledge about what are the software, what is the software life cycle, SDLC, and what are the approach if we are going to create any software. Got it? So 3 points you have covered, guys. To reduce the manual work, okay, then fine. To reduce the error, because of obviously if any human is working on anything, so after some time he will do the mistake, right? Third point you tell me, guys, you told me like to reduce the cost, to reduce the manpower, right? Apart from that, what are the another things? What is the another requirement to write the automation?
The implementation is faster.
Sorry?
The implementation is faster.
Implementation,
this-
that we have already covered, but still I'm writing here.
Okay.
Implementation is faster. Another thing? Anything else? Think, guys. Anything else we can do through the automation? Any region to do the automation for any other specific region?
Central point of administration.
Can you repeat one more time? Sorry.
The central point of administration.
Administration of, can you repeat? Actually, we are not getting the complete sentence.
A central point of administration.
Central point of administration, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is the another things? Can be anything else? Anyone else, guys? Anything else we can do through the automation? Okay. Just tell me one thing. Right now, if you want in the traditional network, if you are going to configure the OSPF, what you can do? You have to write the command complete. You have to put all the parameters, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
But if I'm going to just create an application for the OSPF, there anyone who is technical guys or non-technical guys, just suppose just telling him, you just need to just click on this application and you need to fill these value. He can do that?
Yes.
Not in CLI, sir.
Not in CLI, just we are giving him a form. One form we are giving him. We are popping a form and he just going to fill that form. And once he will fill the form, after that he click the submit. Whatever the what are the configuration we have done behind that? Only we are taking the parameters, right? And then after
Yes, sir.
that he is going to configure. Means a non-technical guys can also monitor your devices or configure a devices until or unless anything special is not there, right?
Mhm.
A non-technical guys can also handle your network. If any major problem is there, might be he will not able to troubleshoot or he will not able to handle it. But yeah, basic things he can do that. Like just in your network, there is some L1, L2, L3, right? So I guess everyone is working in the industry right now. Have you heard about the SolarWind, Libra? Have you heard about these tools, guys?
Yes, sir.
What is
Yes.
the purpose of these tools?
To monitor the network, sir. SolarWind they use for to monitor the network.
Monitor the network. Can we do that from the SolarWind? We can take the backup of the device also. Can we take the backup, guys? Our device is there. That configuration, complete configuration, can we take it
Yes,
from
sir.
the SolarWind?
Yes,
If
sir.
you are not going to take, there is some point there that we can set every 2 days, every 1 week, every 3 days. It will auto take the backup. Got it?
Yes.
So those tools, what are those tools? Those tools or that also we can call it, those are the automation tools, right?
Okay.
On our devices, we are going to configure everything manually, but they are the tools, those are tracking your device continuously. They are taking the backup every time. If there any interface is going down or anything will happen, they will give you the notification also, right?
Right.
So we can call it that is automation tools, guys. Is it okay? We can call it or not? What I'm telling you guys, again, I'm telling you, before going to write any script, first you have to think like a programmer. Okay. So I'm just discussing those things, what we can do and what is the use of the automation. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Next.
can consider
Sorry.
this is the automation tool.
Yeah, we
SolarWind.
can call it SolarWind. That is also automation tools.
Yeah.
It is automation tools. Obviously, we can call it, right?
Yeah.
What is the SD-WAN? What is the SD-WAN? There also we are using the automation.
Right.
Yes.
If you are going to configure the OSPF, for the OSPF there is a template. So we have already completed the SD-WAN, right? I guess
Yes,
Raj
sir.
and Arun, you have completed. Ron, I guess you have also completed the SD-WAN, right? Ron, have you completed the SD-WAN before that?
Completed? What does that mean?
SD-WAN configuration, SD-WAN, have you done the practical on the SD-WAN?
Yes,
Yes. So, okay. So SD-WAN, if you remember guys, if you are going to push the configuration on a device, to push the configuration of a device, what we need to do? We need to first create the feature template, then after that device template, and you need to attach the devices through the device template, right?
Yes, sir.
So once you are going to attach the device template and you are going to push the config, after that there was an option, you can see what the config you are going to push. You can get into the CLI format, right? So,
Yes.
so that means there is also automation that someone has already write the script behind that form. We are just filling the value, it is taking the input, and then apart using that input, it is just going to automate, right? So that also we can call it automation, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Apart from the SD-WAN, right now we are using the Notepad. What is your understanding? It is automation or not? It is a tools or not for the automation? This is also
Notepad is
automation. Notepad is also a tools. Automation tools you can call it.
Okay.
Because of once I'm going to select, I'm just going to select the format. Font,
Yes.
I'm just going to change. How it is working, guys? That means someone has already write the script. If someone is going to click the font size, then what should be the impact? That script is already in the Notepad. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
for the user, that is just a GUI, means there is a first what we need to understand, there is a program. If you're talking about the software, so what is the software? There is a interaction, how your software is going to interact with the user. Customer user interface, what is called? Basically the customer interface, how you are providing the interface to the customer to connect your application, right? Hello?
Yes.
How you
Yes,
are
sir.
providing the
Interface to the user.
interface? Who's there? Raju. Raju, you are from PM networking, right? Who is Raju? Raju, are you able to hear me?
Hi, Len. Yes, I can hear you. I believe law already informed you.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Uh,
So any software, our software will be popular if it is more means for the easy to use for the any one of the user. Got it? So how your software is interacting with the user? So there is three phases of any software. I'm coming on that point. First, we are talking about the automation. I'm coming on the software part also. We need to understand what is the software, how we can build a small software. First, we need to understand. Then after that, I will jump on the program, guys. And what is the purpose of the automation? So SolarWind, SD-WAN, these all are the automation tools we can call it. DNet. Under the DNet also there is a LAN automation concept is there. Got it? So that also I will explain what is means automation is just not meaning of only the programming. Anything which one was doing manually that we are going to do through the script or through any application or through any tools, that we can call it automation. Got it? What is the misunderstanding about the automation, guys? Automation, if you are talking about any one of the network engineer, have you know the automation? So what he will think, guys? If you are going to ask any one of the network engineer, do you know the automation? What will be the first reply from him? What he will think first? Suppose I'm asking with you guys, do you know the automation? What is your impression? What you are thinking about it? Ron, do you know the automation?
What was the question?
Yeah, I'm just asking, do you know the automation? As a network engineer, you know the automation?
Do I know it?
Yeah, I'm just asking with you.
No.
You don't know. Arun, what is your opinion?
Well, for me, automation is like writing the scripts. So for me, I'm not that fluent. So obviously, I'm not that much
Raj,
efficient.
what is your opinion? That I'm thinking that mindset we have to first build.
Right.
What is the automation we have to think about it? Automation, again, I'm telling you, automation, just I'm telling you the automation, what you are thinking, I should know the programming, I should know the shell scripting, I should know the Ansible, I should know the
Right.
Python, then I can say I am the automation, means I know the automation, right?
Right.
But no, automation means what? Anything which one was doing earlier manually, that you are going to do it through any one of the automation tools, means any one of the tools that we can call it, that is automation. Got it? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That is automation. That doesn't matter, you know, to do the automation, what we can do, we can use the shell scripting also.
Yes.
We can use the Python also. We can use the Ansible also.
Ansible.
We can use the Postman also.
Postman.
These are the automation tools. Puppet also. We can use the Shape also. These are the automation tools. These are the tools. Whatever the things you are doing manually, that we can do it through these tools. And for the data modeling, we have Young, we have JSON, we have XML. These are the for the data modeling. Because of once you are going to interact with your network devices, guys. So what will happen? You will be get some output. You will be get some result from your device, right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are just going to run so IP interface brief. So you will be get some output. So how this output you are going to represent on your tools? You are getting the point. So for that one, we should know the data modeling. Got it? So for the data modeling, these are the data modeling, Young, JSON, XML, these are the data modeling applications. Through these one, what we can do, we can represent our data. That's it. Whatever the, as in the last session, I guess the Arun was there, right? Or if you guys
Yes.
know the programming, basic programming, C language or any programming language, their print was the function. What is the purpose of the print function? To print the some output on the screen. Got it?
Yes.
Similarly, here JSON, Young, XML, that tools will be used to get some input, and that we use to represent your data on the output screen. Got it?
Okay,
So we should have the idea about this. So first, if anyone, if you are going to ask with anyone, you don't know the automation, first they will think about these. I know these tools or not. If you don't know, then first reply, no, I don't know the automation.
Right.
Just give me 1 minute. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So guys, as I'm telling you, you are already doing the automation in your network from the long time, but you are not aware you are doing the automation.
How?
Sorry,
I'm saying that how?
where
Also,
you are working, or right now you are working somewhere?
yes,
Okay. So which monitoring tools you are using to monitor your devices?
like Wireshark.
Wireshark is not used for to monitor the devices that we use to capture the traffic. That also we can call it that is automation tools. Okay, what are the another tools you are using?
Actually, I'm about to start an unemployment now in next week. So I'll be working at home, as in just on my lap. So I've not been working on a real life scenario, but I'll do that start next week. Then I will know.
Okay. Okay, just tell me one thing, guys. If you are going to configure the OSPF on a device, how we can configure the OSPF?
Like through GNS3.
GNS3 or any one of the device. What is the command?
of the-
Router OSPF you'll be using.
Router SPF1.
OSPF1, and then after that, just tell me what is the meaning of this command. Have you know? Means you just know there is a router OSPF1 that you are going to use to enable the OSPF on the particular device. But what are the programming is doing behind that?
All right.
There is a program is running behind that, right? So someone is already given to you a tools basically that you can call it that is a tool. Using that tools, you are just configuring something on the devices. Got it? So if you are going to configure means router, actually he doesn't know what is the impact of the OSPF router OSPF1, but someone has already write a program. If someone is going to execute this command, then you should do this. Got it? So if you are using the network, any monitoring tools, network, that means already you are using the automation devices, automation tools, network. Got it? But my point is there here, just you don't need to worry about these technical things. These are the tools that we can use for the automation. But what we are doing, that we are already doing the automation, but we are not aware. That I am trying to explain you. Notepad, MS Word, any software you are using, guys, that is already the automation tools.
Okay.
What it? If you remember, if anyone is there who started their career from the DOS, so there, what was the command to create the folder, guys? Even in the GitHub also, once we'll discuss the GitHub, there also will use those commands. Do you remember what was the command to create? What was the command to create the folder? CD command was there for change directory. MD command was there to make directory, right?
Yes.
But now
On which platform? Sorry, which platform?
I'm talking about the DOS, under the DOS.
DOS. Oh, okay.
This operating system was there, right? So CD was there, change directly. Still, we are using the somewhere in the CD in the Ansible. Once we are going to use, there also will use the CDMD. In GitHub also will be used CD and MD command. But my point is that there we were creating a folder through the command, right? But now if you want to create a folder on the desktop, what is the option? You just need to right click and you can create a folder. So that means someone was there who automate this thing. No, user is facing some issue here. User is facing some difficulties to create the folder through the command. That for that one, we need a technical guy who needs the command, who know the command, only he can operate this computer. So they made another application, means another operating system. There we don't need to create a folder through the command. We can just right click and we can create a folder. You are getting? So anywhere, if you are using WLC, if you are using network WLC, you are using the SD-WAN, if you are using the DNAC, if you are using the SolarWind, if you are using the Libra NMS, any monitoring tools you are using, that means you are already doing the automation. But that problem is that automation tools, you are just getting the output. You are not creating anything by you, right? But output means that tools is already set up, right? If you want to check any configuration of any one of the devices, just need to search that device and you can get the configuration of that device. But that is set up by someone else. You didn't set up that one. But automation there also it is happening. What is?
Yes, sir.
So you are already doing the automation. So my question is, just forget about these things. First, you need to understand what are the automation. Any things which one was doing manually earlier. Now, if it is doing by the tools, that we can call it automation. Right? Okay. Through the DNet, if you, suppose I'm asking a simple process. I'm a network engineer. I'm just going to upgrade a device. I just want to upgrade a switch. A normal switch I just want to upgrade. 3650. That switch I just want to upgrade. What are the process? How many process we have to process? Means how many steps we have to process here? Just to upgrade a switch. Anyone is there who has already upgraded the switch in the network? Hello?
No, sir, I never did it.
Okay.
Check the latest version, latest from Cisco website, and
First step,
Yeah.
what you have to do, just I'm writing here now, step 1.
downloads.
You have to download the image. Then you have to check the MD5 value. MD5 value, where you'll be download the image, guys? You'll be download the image either on FTP server or TFTP server, whatever the server
FTP server.
you are using. Then after that, you'll be check the MD5 value first on that device where you are going to copy downloading this image. Then after that, what will be do? You need to copy the image from FTP to
Device.
device. Then you need to check you need to take backup of that device. That which one is known as pre-check, right? Then after that, again, you need to set up a boot variable. Then after that, what will we do? You need to, if it is install mode, then we don't need to set up a boot variable. Directly it is will be execute a command for the install mode. For the install mode, if you remember, no guys, so there is a different command. For the bundle mode, we have a different command. So boot variable we need to set up in bundle mode. Then after that, you need to take a backup of the device. Again, after the complete the reboot, then you need to reboot the device. Then what is the requirement? You need to again take the backup. Then that is called post check. Then you'll be compare pre and post or valid matching or not. If everything is matching, then fine, right? If there anything is missing, then you have to troubleshoot what is the missing, right? So these are the steps we need to process to upgrade a to upgrade a switch, right? Can you just tell me we can reboot a device in the production time?
No, sir.
In the production time, can we reboot a device? We'll get the permission. No.
No,
We'll
sir.
get the permission for what? We'll get the permission for in week, means we'll get the permission in the weekend or off production time, you can call it.
After hours.
Yeah.
After the working hours, right?
Mhm.
So that means a network engineer has to be work in the weekend or off production time, right? But these all the things if we are going to upgrade a device through the DNAC, these all the things will taken care by the DNAC. We don't need to do anything. Just in DNAC, what we have to do? We just need to select the image, golden image, that is called the golden image for this device, which image we are going to push. Pre-check, post-check, reboot, everything, even we can schedule it. We can schedule it on the specific time. Suppose a weekend is there, there is a weekend time 10:30. You are planning to upgrade. You got the approval to upgrade this, reboot this device in weekend 10:30, right? So you can schedule it automatically on 10:30. What will be happen? DNAC will reboot this device. We don't need to check those things. These all the things are taken care by the DNAC. Even the network engineer is not required. What we can tell, only we can tell to the L1 guys or the NOC engineer, you need to monitor if any alerts is coming, which one is not going to auto close, then you can inform us. We will take care. But the network engineer is not required here. You got this point?
Yes,
So
sir.
that is, yeah, go ahead, Raj.
No, I said yes, sir.
In the SD-WAN also, you are doing the same thing. You are configuring the VHS to upgrade the VHS. What we can do? We can upgrade the VHS from the vManage. We don't need to care about these all the things.
Okay.
So those are already the automation tools. So if as a network engineer you are working as you are using the DNAT and SD-WAN and any monitoring tools you are using, that means you are already doing the automation. That is my point to explain you guys. What is the automation? First, you need to understand. So just forget about that. If you know the programming, then only you can call it. You can call it. You know the automation. Got it? These are the yeah. Obviously, if you know the programming, then you can write the automation script. That is fine. That automation script you can write into the Python or into the shell scripting or into the Ansible or into the Postman. If you know this technology, then you can write your own automation. What are the daily things you are doing? If there is any difficulty you are facing, you just need, if you are feeling like I can do this automation, suppose you need to take a backup every week of 100 of the devices. Just I'm talking about, you need to take a backup of 100 of devices every week. So what is the difficulties there? Is it possible?
No, sir.
No, it's difficult.
We can do that, but it will be very difficult.
It's very
So
difficult.
we
Yeah.
can think about that. If you know the automation, what we can do? We can write our own script to take a backup of the devices.
Okay.
Got it? Suppose if you know about the vulnerabilities, guys, in my previous company, I was working in the in my previous company, there was a vulnerabilities. If on any one of the devices, HTTPS is enabled, then we were getting the vulnerability ticket. And HTTPS was enabled on our all the PDUs device. PDUs means there was powered unit actually. Okay, that power supplier. So for each PDU we were getting the vulnerabilities, and we had more than 500 PDUs was there. So to disable the HTTPS on each PDU, to log in on each PDU and to disable the HTTPS, it was actually it was a challenge, right? To disable the HTTPS on 400 devices. So there, what we can do, we actually what we did, we written there the script, and through the script we did that. So anything which one is repeating, there we can do the automation. So people earlier, what was I was watching a video on YouTube. So one question was there, like if the automation will means automation is going to use, mean the network the automation is going to use. So what will be happen? That means job will be less for the network engineer. What is your opinion about, guys? people who know the networking who will replace you, or people who know the automation who will replace you? Network engineer will still required or not after the automation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but the number will decrease.
No, number will also not much more decrease. Automation, basically automation we are going to use just to, because of there is some troubleshooting that is possible through the automation.
No.
We can't do that.
Yes.
The first level of the troubleshooting, we can do that. First level of the troubleshooting to check the interface is up or down, it is reachable or not, that we can do the automation. If suppose we are getting there is a server that is unreachable. So what are the basic first level of the troubleshooting, that we can do that through the automation. But the first, there is no issue on the first level, then a network engineer is only required who will be check the troubleshooting. That troubleshooting is not possible through the automation. You are getting my point? So if the automation is come in the network, guys, that is not going to means that if the automation is come in our network network technology, so that we don't need to fear about it, guys. It is going to reduce the number of jobs. Got it? But
Okay.
if you know the automation, you can just reduce your work. That is the benefit. You are getting the point. So automation, you know, guys, but automation, for the automation, to write your own script, to write your own things, you should have the idea about these technology so that you can write your own script. Because of you are working in the environment, a software developer is not aware what you are doing. Got it? Why the network automation is, network engineer only can do the network automation. A programmer who is developing a software, he knows the programming very well compared than us. So why he can't we do that or network automation? Any reason? Sorry? Any reason, guys? A developer who is developing a software, who, that means obviously they know the programming more than us, right?
Yes.
But why they are not going to write the network automation?
Because they don't know networking. It's another completely another thing.
They don't know the
Networking concepts much.
networking
Concepts, all those
concept,
things. Mhm.
Yep.
right? So that is the point, guys. We are doing our work. We know what we are doing and what is the command we are using for which output, right? So where we can do the automate, where we can write the script, because of network automation means what? A person who is required, who has the idea about the programming also and who has the idea about the networking also, only he can write the network automation, right? Means he can prepare the script. So we are working in the networking. Software developer is not working in our tools, right? They are not, whatever the issue we are facing, they are not aware. Every day we are working in the industry and we are facing some issue that we are aware. What are the issue? And if we can write this script, so how much it will help us. So to write the script, because of your problem, you are going to explain to someone, might be he will able to understand or not. Otherwise, in every company, there is IAM tool. They are for the only automation, right? To do the automation, network, what are the things they are doing manually, they can do it automation. But if you're there, if you're coming on the network part, so in network part, they can't do anything until or unless a network engineer is not going to help them. Right? So a network engineer only is working in this point, and he aware about it, what are the issue we are facing and what is the requirement. So if he know the programming also, so he can write the script for the same. That is the point.
Okay.
Okay, so for that one, we need to understand these tools. You are getting the point.
So do we need to understand all those tools, the shell script, the
That
Python
is not
symbol,
required.
everything?
You should have the idea about all the things. That is not
Okay.
required.
Okay.
If you know you are good into the shell scripting, you can automate through the shell scripting.
Okay.
If
Fine.
you know good into the Python, you can automate your network through the Python. If you are good into the Ansible, you can do work through the Ansible. Got it?
Right.
So these all the, if you know into the Postman, so using the Postman also you can automate your network. So it's not necessary you should have the idea about all these tools. If you are good into the Python, you need to focus on the Python. If you are good into the Ansible, you need to focus into the Ansible. Got it? To develop the software, guys, in the market, there is too many applications: .NET, Java, Python, PHP, Laravel. Maximum multiple tools are there to develop the software. A network programmer means a software engineer. They should have the idea about each of the technology. They should have the idea about each of the technology, guys. If you know the Laravel, if you know the PHP, if you know the Python, doesn't matter in which of he know the Java, he can write the application in Java. You don't need to learn Python and Python, Laravel, PHP or anything else. If you know the Java, he can write the application in Java. If you know the .NET, he can write the application in .NET. Got it? Hello? Similarly, here, if you want to do the automation, if you know any one of them, you can do the Ansible. You can do the automate from these technologies. If you know the Ansible, you are good into the Ansible, so you can automate your network through the Ansible. If you are good to a Python, so you can automate your application through the Python. Means you can write the script into the Python. Got it? The question is coming, so why we are going to, everyone is focusing on Python, that also I'm coming on that point. Why everyone, if we have a multiple automation tools, we have a multiple option to automate your network. So why everyone is focusing on Python? Why they are not going to focus on these one? Shell scripting, Ansible, Postman, Puppet, SAP, why they are not going to focus on these one? So that point also I will cover. Up to this point now, do I have any, if you have any question up to this point, you can ask me. Then I'm going to jump on the next point. Anyone is there, guys, who has any question up to this point? Hello? So through the Python, through the automation, what we can do, we can just, which type of the work we can do the automation, guys? Which one is the repeated work? Which one is the repeated work that we can do the automation? You are getting the point.
So,
Okay.
Everywhere, no, we can do anything. We can configure anything through the automation. But suppose in a month or in a year, you are just going to take a backup of your network devices. There is 5 to 10 devices. So for that one, if you are going to prepare your automation script, that will help us. In a year, suppose you are taking the backup of the 5 devices. Or sometime you need to check this command. So IP interface brief. Suppose you are using this command in a year, suppose, or in a month, anything, which one you are doing in a year or in a month or in the and every 6 months, and there is a single command you can execute, and for that one you are going to write the script. So that will save any manpower, guys?
No.
No.
In that case, we don't need it. Yeah.
Otherwise, through the automation, we can configure anything on the devices. But what are the things we are going to do the automate? That is the important. Got it? I'm just going to OSPF, I'm configuring on every means 6 months, 4 months, 9 months, 10 months, or 1 year. I'm going to configure the OSPF. So what I'm thinking, I am not going to configure the OSPF directly on the device. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to write the script and I will configure the OSPF. On a single device, you are going to configure the OSPF. Is there any sense you are going, instead of login on the device, you are going to write the automation script? There will be any sense?
No.
No, sir.
No. But we can do that. I'm not telling you we can't do that, but there is not beneficial for us. That is my point. That is not going to save your time. That is not going to save your company. It is not beneficial from any one of the angle for your company. So work, which one is repeating continuously? Like a company is there, suppose I am working with the company there, the more than 10,000, means around the 12,000 devices are there. So every weekend there is a option to upgrade or upgrade the devices. So there we need to should have the automation tools to take the backup of the devices, pre and post check. Got it? To push the IOs, those are the for these all the things we should have the automation script. So we have the DNet, but if we don't have a DNet, then what we can do? We can write the Python script. But we have the DNet, we don't need to do that because we have already the automation tools for the same. So why we need to write the script for the same? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Suppose you are going to create a VLAN number 10. I'm just taking an example. VLAN number 10 on a single device. Just tell me. We need to do the automation for this. On a single device we are configuring.
No.
No, sir.
But VLAN number 10 we need to configure on 100 of the devices. Then
Yes, sir.
if all the devices into the same LAN, so we have already for this one also we have automation tools already, VTP.
Hmm.
VTP is just automation. That is also the concept of the automation, right? VTP
sir.
run, you
Yes.
need to run on the one device, it should be on server, and another device, it should be on client mode. You just need to create the VLAN number 10 on the server. Automatically that will be created on rest all the devices,
Lines, yeah.
right? So that we can call it, that is also the example of the automation, right? You just need to create the VLAN number 10 on the particular switch. It
Server.
is going to create it on all the switches. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So before going to discuss anything into the automation part, first we need to understand what are the programs or what is the software, how we can develop a software. That mindset we have to build. Develop a software. Okay, so software, what is the software? We can call it software is also the set of the program. What is software? What is the software, guys? Software
of
is
program.
set of the program, right?
Yes.
There is a multiple program, means for everything we have a separate program. But suppose we are going to just think about the Kelsey. What is this Kelsey? Kelsey is also application, right?
Yes.
So there is a separate program for the addition. There is a separate program for the multiplication, because of if you are going to click on the 12 plus 3, so equals to what we are getting the answer, that is different, right? But if we are going to use 12 multiplied by 3, then our answer is different. So that means for each click on this equal to click, there is a separate operation. For plus, there is a separate option. That means action we are performing on action this Kelsey is performing after the click, right? Once you are clicking on, these are the buttons where you are clicking. Once you are clicking on these buttons, then this Kelsey is performing the action, right? So on each button, there is a separate program, which one is running on the each button, behind the each button, right? So that means to create this application, there is multiple program is written by the engineer, right? So what is the application? Application is nothing. Application is just a set of the program. There is
Program.
multiple program is written by the engineer and it is set up into the, this program is set up into the proper manner. So we are getting a kind of application like Notepad. Notepad is also application. There is suppose on the file, if I'm going to click on the new, what will happen?
The new text file will be there.
So for the this click, there should be a separate program. If I'm going to click on open, for this one, there should have the separate program. If I'm going to click on edit, under the edit also there is multiple options. For each click, there is a separate program. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So multiple program means thousands of program is there, including into a single application. So what is the application? Application is nothing that is set of program. And what is the program?
Set of instructions.
So set of instruction. And set of instruction, if you're talking set of instruction, that is the program. And what is the instruction? How you can give the instruction to your computer? How you can give the instruction to
Terminal.
sorry?
Using the terminal.
Using the, there is a concept about set of variables, input function,
okay.
output function. These will be used to give the instruction, right?
Yes.
Even keywords will be also there. Some keywords is also there, right? So these will be used to give the instructions of your computer. Doesn't matter which programming language is there. These are the things will be used to give the instruction of your computer. And then multiple instruction will be included in a program. You are going to write the multiple instruction, then you will be create a program. And then after that, you are going to write a multiple program, then it will build the application. So suppose you are going to build application, guys. You are just going to build an application. Okay. So every time, you know, as you know, guys, in the application, there will be some enhancement. There will be some issues, so some enhancement will be there, right? So
Yes.
there are versions. There are
Versions.
multiple versions of your application, right? If there is a, if you're talking about a simple program that is Python have also a lot of the version. So programmer is still working on the application, right? And they are continuously doing means continuously enhancing the application. So when they are going to launch the new feature in the application, they are launching a new version. So there is an application that the maximum users are working. Suppose thousands users are working on a single application. So someone is writing the code on the some part, someone is writing the code on the some part. So how they are going to control this whole process? So there is, we have guys, we have a version control system, which one is known as Git and GitHub. That is also a tools for what? Version control system. So we'll discuss those part. Those are the theory part. First, we need to understand how we can write a program in any programming language. Doesn't matter, it's a Python, it's a shell scripting, it's a, if you know the C language, C++, guys, it will be very helpful for you. If you know the Java, then also it will be very helpful for you. If any one of the programming language you know, that will be, then after that, the automation concept will be very easy for you guys. Got it? So first thing, what I'm going to cover in the entire syllabus, first thing, I'm not going to teach you the network automation first. Just try to understand. I'm not going to teach you the first network automation. What is the network automation? That part will come later. Because of, as I told you guys, to automate anything, you want to write any script by you, then you have to first idea about these programming concept, right?
Okay.
You should have the idea about any one of them. Is it okay? So
Yes, sir.
first, I'm just going to teach you guys the Python. I'm not going to teach you the Python on the development level. What are the requirements for us? I'm just giving you the example. We need, I have some syllabus. Let me show you what are the topic is required for the automation. Here we have a multiple things. If you are going to learn all of these guys, then it will be good for you. But we don't need to learn these all the things. For the Python automation, what are the requirement? What we need to learn? Python introduction, difference between the Python interpreter and compiler, that concept is required. Data type, variable, string, basic program, operand and operator. Then after that, we need to understand the conditional programming, if-else statement. Then loop actually required. And after the loop, these data structure, list, tuples, that is required. Function required. Function signature is also required. Function type is required. Recursive function is not required. Because of we are not going to become a network software developer. We are going to become a network means we just want to learn the net programming to write the script. That's it. What are the most important thing is required? That is packages, inherit the packages into the specific program, exception handling, and there should have the file handling also, guys. File handling is not mentioned here. Yeah, file handling is also required. These are the important topic. Which one is required? I am going to cover these all the things, but I will first focus on whatever the things we'll discuss. Up to this point, loop, nested loop, this one. Then up to this point, all the things we need to discuss. Then after that, list tuples function up to this point, and then after that, class and object also is required, guys. Oops, concept, class and object. And then after that, file handling, exception handling, and how to upgrade the Python version. That is a very small thing that we can do that. These are the packages is also required. What are the modules? Because of ultimately in our program, we are going to use the module and packages. And we'll use the file handling to take a backup of the devices, to configure, push the any config, to prepare the list of the devices. For those things, we need a file handling. So first I will cover these part, guys, and then after that, where I'm going to jump, then after that, I will jump on the automation lab. So there I will discuss this all the lab. I hope, guys, everyone it has already said how we can configure the devices through the Python. How we can take the any if you want to just take a backup of Soran, or you want to take a output of any one of the command, so that we can do. So total we have 52 lab, which one we are going to cover. You are getting the point?
Yes, sir.
So these are the topics these are the labs we are going to cover into the Python. But before going to write this script, we need to understand the Python first. So I am going to cover the Python first. Okay, so I will cover the first Python, then after that we'll start the automation. In automation, I will start from the basic network automation scripting. So to learn the Python automation, guys, what I'm telling you, first you have to remove from your mind network automation. What is the network automation? Just you need to remove from your mind. You don't need to focus on the network automation. What was the problem, guys? The most of the people, there is a problem. They are coming for the network automation, and if you are they are going to learn the Python. In the Python, they are facing some difficulty. They are just leaving the course, or they are not trying again of the Python automation or anything. So my question is, You don't need to worry about the Python automation. Just forget about the Python automation. What is the Python automation? You just need to focus on right now what is the Python. I'm giving you the promise, guys. If you are able to understand the Python, then Python automation is nothing. Very easy concept. Got it?
Yes, sir.
First 20 to 24 hours, I will spend only on the Python. I will work on these things. Once you will be do that, guys, then after that your label will up. Then after that you can, if once you'll be able to understand this one, guys, then after that you can learn the shell scripting also. You can learn the Ansible also. Because of everywhere this concept is there, only the syntax is different. If anyone is there, guys, who has learned, means in the colleges, have you learned about the C and C++? Did you learn, guys? C language and C++
Yes.
was there, right?
Yes.
So C and C++, what was the major difference? Concept was almost same. Some syntax different was there, right?
Right.
Some oops concept was additional there. Then if you're coming out from the C++ and Java, so in Java and C++ also the concept was same. Only the syntax different was there, right? Similarly, once you will be able to understand the Python, then after that you can do the shell scripting also, guys. Only you need to understand the syntax. Okay, just try to understand OSPF is there, right? If you know the OSPF, you are configuring the OSPF on the Cisco devices, and you are changing the job, you are going to join a device, another company where they are using the Juniper devices. You need to learn the OSPF?
No,
No. What you need to learn?
only the command format.
Need to learn the syntax for Juniper, how we can execute, run, enable the OSPF on Juniper device, right? You
Yes.
don't need to run the OSPF. You don't need to learn the OSPF. Only what you need to learn? You need to learn the syntax. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So similarly here, if once you'll be able to understand this Python program, means programming, basically we are going to focus on programming first. 20 to 24 hours, I will focus on the programming around 6 weekend. We are going to focus on the programming, guys. And just what is the requirement to learn the network automation, guys? You should have with me, right, for the 6 weekend. That means whatever the things we are going to cover in a single weekend, you have to do the practice. Without practice, we will not be able to learn it. What is? For 6 weekend, I'm not telling you once you'll become here, you are doing the lab or not, doesn't matter. You can keep the video. Once it will be required, you can write the script. No worry. But up to this point, you need to focus. What the people are doing, guys, they are coming for the Python automation. They are not going to focus on it. They are directly want to learn this one. That is not possible. They are coming for the class. Puneet, today was our second lecture, third lecture, and still we didn't complete any automation. Right? So that we can't do that. Because of to learn this thing, first you have to focus on it. If you are going to focus on it, definitely you will be fail. You will be not able to learn this. If you know the programming, then you can do that. If you're from the college level, your programming is good, you are good into the programming, then you can do that. Right? So first of all, guys, first of all, you have to focus on this. Might be initial 5 to 6 weekend, you will be think like that. This is what we are learning. We are learning the Python. It's not the automation. So don't worry about that. Just leave it. I'm telling you, whatever the things you are going to learn in the 6th weekend, that in these all the entire things, whatever the LAN means LAN automation, Python automation, it will not take more than 3 to 4 weeks. Because of one, suppose I'm just telling you how we can configure the anything, any show command, show IP interface brief. If I'm just giving you a script, I'm explaining you a script how we can execute this command through the Python. So IP interface brief, if you are able to execute, guys. So tell me one thing, you can execute any one of the show command, right? If you are able to execute this command through the script, so IP interface brief, so you can execute so IP OSPF neighbor also, right?
Yes.
So IP EIGRP, so IP BGP, all summary, so VRF brief, any so command you can execute if you are able to execute. You are able to create a script for any one of the so command, right? So if we are able to configure the EIGRP on a single device, so you can configure the EIGRP on multiple devices, right? If you are able to configure the EIGRP through the automation, so if you can configure the EIGRP through automation, so you can configure the OSPF through the automation also. Got it?
Yes.
So that is this is the reason I'm telling you guys, you don't need to focus about this one. First, you need to focus on this one. But the most of the people, what they are doing the mistake, they are focusing on this part instead of this part. But that is not a problem with them. What is the problem actually? As a network engineer, we are coming in the network background, right? And you are coming here to learn the network automation. And first 2-3 weeks, if you are not able to, means you are not seeing any network automation script, then what will be in your mind? What we are learning, why we are learning this Python? We are not doing and learning anything for the automation, right? So that is the
Yes, sir.
problem. So first you have to build your mindset. You are going to develop a software. Just think about that. So for that one, you need to understand the program. Got it? So first in the next session, what I will show you, first I will show you the automation script. I will use the script to take a backup or something. I will show you, I will explain. I am not going to explain, just I will show you what are the things we can achieve through the automation. And then we'll start the Python first. Then you'll be able to understand, because of on that time I will explain you the script, you'll be not able to understand. So you need, once you'll be learn this, guys, then after that you can only understand how this script is working. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I want to ask a question.
Yes, you can ask the question.
Okay, because I joined late, I want to know if these sessions will be recorded and will be having access to the videos.
Videos, I will share you can share me your email ID. I will share the videos on the drive.
Okay.
Okay. So every video you will be getting to the same drive, guys.
All right.
Okay.
And also, yeah, okay.
So one more thing I just want to explain you guys. This batch is for automation, network automation plus CCNP DevNet. So who is enrolled for the Python automation? So I will finish the first Python automation. Then after that, I will start the CCNP DevNet. CCNA DevNet and CCNP DevNet.
Okay.
Okay. So first
Yes.
I will cover here the Python automation. Python automation here. And then after that, we'll start the CCNA and CCNP DevNet. Okay.
Sure.
All right, so I have one question. So we're gonna start the class same time every week?
Every week on 4:30. So it will take around minimum, guys, 10 to 12 weekend. You can consider 10 to 12 weekend means around 3 months minimum. Because of it's a classes week, this class is in weekend, so it will take time. Got it? But in the first half and 1.5 month, we are going to target only the Python. So once we'll discuss the Python, you need to forget about the Python automation. Once we'll start the Python automation, there you can ask the Python automation anything. But definitely after learn the Python automation is going to become very easy, guys. You'll be not face any issue.
So
Got
we
it?
just use it. We just use the same Zoom link. This link to log in, right? So,
Sorry?
are we using the same link? The Zoom
Yeah,
link you shared?
same
Okay.
Zoom link will be used for every weekend.
All right.
Okay.
So can we change the time a little bit, like 5:30, if possible?
5:30. What is the problem? Again, I have another
For me-
batch at 7:30.
Me too. I have another. I'm busy at that time, so.
And Raj, there is some guys, they are joining from outside the India. So
Mhm.
they especially requested for the same time.
We can do it earlier if it's not working for you.
Already, sir. No problem.
No, for earlier, I guess Rajesh, he is from US. So for him, it's difficult.
It's too early. Okay.
Okay, guys. So I will show you guys in the next class how you can set up the lab for the Python. Got it? And we'll start from the Python, from basic, from the scratch. Okay, from the first, I will teach you the programming. Then after that, we'll jump on the Python automation.
Already, sir.
So what are the tools that we need? Just in a normal laptop, or what are the tools that we need for the course?
No, laptop, if in your laptop EVNG and GNS 3 is working, then fine. For the automation, that means it's not required the specific configuration. Even the automation means Python, we can learn if you have a 2 GB RAM also. But basically, ultimately, once you are going to do the network automation, then the network devices will also use, right? So if you're in your laptop, GNS 3 or EVNG is working, then that is sufficient. Okay.
Already, sir.
Yeah. Anyone has any question, guys? Do you have any question?
Hi, Puneet. Law said this class was going to be different from the one you started in January, earlier in January. Is it different or the same one?
It's the same one. It's the
What's the
same
sa-
one.
I see.
Yeah. But here we are going to start from the first Python. And the Python, we are going to start from very basic. What Law told you? Can you just repeat one more time?
He said this was an automation class. He said it wasn't DevNet.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the automation class. But first, as I told you, right? For the automation, first, I will explain here the Python.
Yeah, I think there's a misunderstanding because he told me this class was different than the other one, but whatever, it's fine.
Okay. But before going to discuss anything about the automation, I will explain first the Python. And it will be from very beginning, and to be very, I will start from very, means speed will be very slow. For the network, once you will be able to write the script, guys, then after that my speed will be fast. Once you are able to write some program in the Python, if you are able to understand, you can write the program, basic program, small programs. If you are able to write, guys, then after that I will increase my speed. But starting, I will start from very beginning, and class speed will be also very slow.
And what are you going to have? Eve with Ubuntu server, or what are you going to have as far as images?
For the Python right now, I will use the Eve. I mean, Python normally we can install on the laptop. For the Python automation, I will use just Windows 7, and then over the Windows 7, I will install the Python, and from there I will automate my network.
On Windows Server?
Windows Server we can install, or Windows 10 you can install into the EVNG. And there I will install the Python, and from there I will automate my network.
So you're going to use Windows instead of Linux?
Yeah, for Python automation, we can use the Windows.
You can use Windows as well.
For
Okay.
Ansible, we need to install the Linux. Then in that case, Ubuntu is required. Okay.
And what kind of images are going to be used for the devices? Just the VIOS?
VIOS, yes. VIOS
Excel.
also ASA images are also there.
Mhm.
So on these, can you see here? For the firewall also it is there.
So VIOS, no NXOS, right? Just the
Yes.
VIOS and ASAV.
Yes, but script, once you are going to write the script for the VIOS, the same script will work for the Nexus OS also. The command will little bit change. That's it.
And what version of Windows Server?
Windows Server, you can use 2016 or Windows 10 if you are going to use for the Python, that will be best.
2016. 2016 is it's kind of tough to run it on a laptop, but
No, so Windows 10, if it is there, then also it's fine.
okay.
Okay. But for the Ansible, we will install the Ubuntu. Okay, guys. So basically, we are going to start the class from the next week, same time, 4:30. Directly, we'll start from the Python. And you can share your email ID so that I will share this recorded session with you guys. Otherwise, you can share your email ID from next week, because today was just an introduction. So from next week, I will share the class. Okay. Okay, guys. So see you on next weekend, same time, 4:30.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.